Last season, Cooper Flagg won Rookie of the Year on a 26-win team. Cone IPL finished second, while Charlotte jumped from 19 wins to 44. IPL did not create 25 wins by himself, but he gave a growing team exactly what it needed: shooting, fast decisions, and another dependable starter. That is the useful way to look at the 2026 class, not as one ranking and not as 13 versions of the same future star. These rookies are arriving with different jobs. Some have to become the franchise. Some can be the piece that accelerates a young team. Some are starting a new era, and some only need to make a good team deeper. So for every important rookie, we are asking two questions. What does he give his team on day one? And what are the realistic floor and ceiling of that fit? Start with the players who may eventually own the entire project. Aday Dybantsa is the most physically overwhelming perimeter player in the class. At 6'9", he averaged 25.5 points, nearly 7 rebounds, and almost 4 assists at BYU. His first advantage is simple: he gets downhill. He can attack a tilted defense, finish through contact, and create a paint touch before Washington has to run anything complicated. But Washington is not an empty sandbox. Trae Young controls the ball. Anthony Davis, DeAndre Ayton, and Alex Sarr all occupy frontcourt space. Trey Johnson also needs touches. Dybantsa gives them the large scoring wing they lacked, but the first season is really an argument about hierarchy. Is AJ learning around the veterans, or are the veterans already playing around AJ? AJ's floor is a high-volume starting wing who scores early, but loses efficiency when the lane is crowded and the reads become faster. His ceiling is the new face of the Wizards, a two-way franchise scorer who can eventually let Tree play beside the offense instead of carrying all of it. Darryn Peterson gives Utah something more specific: a late clock shot. He averaged 20.2 at Kansas, shot 38% from three, and already looks comfortable stopping into pull-ups from every level. Utah has young talent, but Peterson is the player most likely to turn a broken possession into a clean attempt. That matters next to Kie Chente George, Ace Bailey, Lauri Markkanen, and Jaren Jackson Jr. Those players can attack an advantage or finish one. Peterson can manufacture the advantage. He does not have to become a full-time point guard immediately. He can score off the ball, run a second-side pick-and-roll, and close possessions that otherwise die. His floor is a productive scoring guard who needs another organizer and has to manage the injuries that cost him 11 college games. His ceiling is Utah's first offensive option, a perennial all-star scorer who can work on or off the ball. If he stays healthy, his path to owning an offense may be cleaner than AJ's. Cameron Boozer may be the least complicated star projection in the class. At Duke, he produced 22.5 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, and 39% from three. He is not just a power forward who can score. He can screen, short roll, punish a switch, rebound his own miss, and make the next pass before the defense resets. That changes Memphis after the Ja Morant trade. Instead of every possession beginning with a guard beating the first defender, the Grizzlies can build through a Boozer-Zach EED frontcourt. Boozer can operate at the elbow while Eddie occupies the rim, or Boozer can space outside while Eddie screens. The question is whether Memphis has enough pull-up shooting to keep both big men from seeing a packed paint. Boozer's floor is already valuable, a double-double level starting four who rebounds, connects the offense, and punishes smaller lineups. His ceiling is an all-NBA offensive hub, the player Memphis runs through, not merely a player it runs plays for. Of the top three, he may be the safest bet to improve the structure of his team immediately. The next group is different. These rookies do not enter empty projects. They enter teams that already know most of what they are. Their job is closer to what IPL did for Charlotte: solve one expensive problem without taking the entire offense hostage. Kingston Flemings is the closest match. Atlanta won 46 games with a young core, but after moving Trae Young, it no longer has an obvious long-term organizer. Flemings averaged 16 points and 5 assists at Houston with 48, 39-85 shooting splits. During the summer, he recorded 27 assists against 9 turnovers. He also fits the identity around Jalen Johnson, Dyson Daniels, and Lou Dort. Flemings can pressure the ball, push in transition, and deliver the first clean pass, so Johnson does not have to create every possession. His floor is an energetic backup guard whose defense gets him on the floor before his half-court offense is ready. His ceiling is a two-way lead guard who turns Atlanta from an interesting playoff team into a serious one. Keaton Wagler solves a different problem for the Clippers. He is a 6'5" combo guard who averaged 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists at Illinois with 45, 40, 80 shooting. Darius Garland remains the primary creator. Wagler adds size, second side pick and roll, and a jumper that works both after the catch and off the dribble. The problem is traffic. Garland, Bradley Beal, and Benedict Mathurin all need perimeter minutes. Wagler's floor is a bench shooter and secondary handler who struggles to earn defensive trust. His ceiling is the Clippers' long-term co-creator, a tall starting guard who keeps the offense alive when Garland gives up the ball. Caleb Wilson is less polished, but he may change Chicago's physical ceiling the most. He is a 6'10" transition forward, a lob target, an offensive rebounder, and a weak-side shot blocker. Next to Josh Giddey, he can sprint into easy points. Next to Nick Claxton, he can roam instead of protecting the rim alone. Next to Mahtis Booz Ellis, he gives Chicago 2 long forwards who can run. But Chicago already has Buzelis, Noah Asenj, Patrick Williams, and fellow rookie Day Swain competing across similar positions. Wilson's jumper decides whether this is versatility or congestion. He shot 42% from 3 in 4 summer games, but that sample is far too small to settle the question. Wilson's floor is an energetic rotation forward who defends, rebounds, and runs, but gets squeezed by spacing and positional overlap. His ceiling is a two-way star who makes Chicago's giant lineups functional. If the shot is real, he is not another forward in the pile. He is the piece that makes the pile make sense. Milwaukee is not looking for one final piece. It just removed the piece that defined every lineup for 13 years. Yaxel Lendeborg's trade to Miami leaves an absence no rookie can fill. Tyler Herro can absorb scoring. Kel'el Ware and Jaime Hkes add young experience, but Brayden, Burries, and Nate Ament determine what kind of team comes next. Burries is the immediate piece. He averaged 16 points and shot 39% from 3 at Arizona, then scored 23.5 per game in Summer League. He is strong enough to defend the point of attack, patient enough to play beside Herro, and comfortable attacking a closeout instead of demanding the first action. That makes him the easier rookie to trust. His floor is a dependable two-way rotation guard. His ceiling is a high-end starter, maybe a fringe all-star, who defends the best opposing guard and still gives Milwaukee efficient secondary scoring. He may never lead the franchise in usage. He can still become the player every important lineup needs. Ament is the longer bet. At 6'10", he can handle, pass, draw fouls, and see over smaller defenders. But he shot 33% from 3 at Tennessee, and Summer League showed that NBA pace and physicality can still speed him up. Milwaukee can afford patience because Herro handles the immediate offense. Ament's value is the possibility of a jumbo creator the roster does not otherwise have. His floor is a developmental forward who flashes ball skills, but cannot yet shoot or defend well enough for closing minutes. His ceiling is the most valuable archetype in modern basketball, a large primary or secondary creator who bends matchups without needing a traditional point guard. Burries raises Milwaukee's floor. Ament decides its ceiling. The final rookies may never receive franchise-level usage. That does not make them less relevant. On an expensive or veteran team, one rookie contract that survives real minutes can preserve a lineup, cover an injury, or keep the front office from spending an asset on the same role. Yaxel Lendeborg is the clearest example. He is 23, not 19, and arrives after averaging 15 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, while shooting 37% from 3 at Michigan. He then won Summer League MVP. Golden State does not need him to become a scorer. It needs a forward who can switch, rebound, make the next pass, and stay playable beside Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and Jimmy Butler. His floor is an eighth-man forward who improves the defense and keeps the ball moving. His ceiling is a closing lineup connector, not the star of the possession, but the player who makes 4 stars and specialists fit together. Among this class, Lendeborg has the cleanest route to meaningful minutes in meaningful games. Oklahoma City has the opposite luxury: time. Aday is 7'3", blocked 103 shots at Michigan, and can pass from the post. On a 64-win team, he does not need to beat Chet Holmgren for status. He can learn NBA screening angles, improve his perimeter footwork, and give the Thunder a different kind of center when size matters. His floor is a situational drop coverage big. His ceiling is a starting caliber rim protector with real passing value. Bennett Stirtz is the more immediate bench option. He averaged nearly 20 points and 4 assists at Iowa with 48, 36, 86 shooting splits. He is a patient pick-and-roll guard who rarely plays faster than he can process. His floor is a third guard who organizes regular season bench minutes. His ceiling is a playoff-level 6th man in the Ty Jerome or Peyton Pritchard family, steady, skilled, and permanently underestimated. Morez Johnson Jr. gives Dallas a different kind of support for Cooper Flag. He is a physical 6'9" rebounder, mobile defender, and efficient finisher who does not need plays called for him. His job is to absorb contact, defend the screen, and let Flag spend more possessions creating from the perimeter. His floor is a reserve small ball 5. His ceiling is a switchable starting frontcourt partner who does the dirty work around a franchise wing. Steinbach is Charlotte's frontcourt depth with a larger offensive possibility. He led Division I at almost 12 rebounds per game, then posted 3 double-doubles in Summer League. Charlotte has changed too much to call him a final piece, but his physical rebounding and pick-and-pop touch are usable immediately. His floor is a 10 to 15-minute rebounder. His ceiling is a starting connective big who can score, pass, and stretch the defense. So the class breaks into clear jobs. Dybantsa and Peterson can become the first scoring option. Boozer can become the system itself. Flemings is the best candidate to give a growing team the IPL effect. Wilson and Wagler can unlock lineups if their specific weaknesses hold up. Burries raises Milwaukee's floor, while Ament defines its long-term ceiling. And Lendeborg may be the rookie a veteran team trusts first. The rookie who scores the most may not be the rookie who changes his team the most. In Washington and Utah, impact means taking control. In Memphis and Milwaukee, it means defining what comes next. In Atlanta, Chicago, and Los Angeles, it means turning talent into a functioning lineup. And in Golden State or Oklahoma City, it may mean surviving the one possession that decides a playoff game. Different jobs, different timelines, one class that could reshape the league in completely different ways.